Good afternoon all. Yesterday lecture we had discussed with size of the sperm. Sperm is 60 micrometer long, but out of 60 micrometer, 55 micrometer length is there of tail. That we had discussed with it. Proliferation phase. Proliferation phase is of generally 10 to 12 days, and you know that during proliferation phase the one ovarian follicle which is arrested in the pro phase of the meiosis 1 division, that is primary oocyte. Now during this proliferation phase it undergoes the meiotic division and produce the Graafian follicle. So it is influenced by estrogen. Whereas luteal phase or secretory phase, majority it is of 14 days. Okay, you know that initially 1 to 5 days are, that phase is known as menstruation phase. During that menstruation occurs, the first phase of the menstrual cycle. And generally after completion of the menstruation phase, up to 6 to 13th day proliferation phase is there, and most often on the mid of the menstrual cycle ovulation occurs. So after ovulation, the luteal phase or the secretory phase influenced by progesterone hormone, because you know that on the 14th day when Graafian follicle is ruptured, it releases the ovum, and after that the ruptured Graafian follicle is known as corpus luteum, and this corpus luteum forms progesterone hormone. So please, dear all students, remember this. It is always fixed duration. Menstrual cycle is of whatever many days, but luteal phase or secretory phase is of 14 days, that is of the end of the menstrual cycle. testis and epididymis join together form testicle. Okay. Most important one, length of epididymis in male the length of the epididymis in human males 6 to 8 meter. Yes, epididymis is arranged in such a way, this much long tube, fine tube-like structure which is now arranged in the highly coiled manner above the testis. Okay, so length of epididymis in human male 6 to 8 meter. Maximum number of Leydig cells are present in the testis of the pig. In some animals, in whale, bat and hare, testis consist bone. Sorry, penis consists bone. Normally, in human being, the male penis consists only erectile tissues, no bones are there. So bone is present in the penis, known as baculum. Or os penis. So baculum or os penis present in whale, bat and whale, whereas opossum and bandicoot in opossum and bandicoot, penis is double branch, that is known as bifurcated penis. Next point, See, the size of the ovary in human female, generally length is 3 to 3.5 centimeter, width 2 to 2.5 centimeter, and thickness 1 to 1.8 centimeter. Generally, for easy remembered thing, we now remember only human female consists ovary 3 by 2 by 1 centimeter in size. Diameter of the Graafian follicle 1 to 1.5 centimeter. Length of fallopian tube 10 to 12 centimeter. Fallopian tube, also known as Mullerian duct, also known as uterine duct, also known as oviduct. And here in fallopian tube, the starting portion, the finger-like structure connected to the ovary known as fimbriae, connected to the funnel shape oviductal funnel, then connected to the ampulla, the broad part of the ovary, and then ampulla is connected to the uterus known as isthmus. And dear all students, please remember, at the junction of ampulla and isthmus, fertilization occurs. So fertilization occurs always in fallopian tube. After entering into the vagina, reactivation of sperm, that is known as capacitation. Then in human gametogenesis, maturation phase is longest phase. Formation of yolk sac in egg occurs in growth phase. See, uh, during spermatogenesis, there is increase in cytoplasm and nucleoplasm of the sperm. I mean to say spermatogonia. So in spermatogonia, nucleoplasm and cytoplasm become double, and then it is known as primary spermatocyte. But growth phase is little bit different in oogenesis. In oogonia, the large amount of yolk sac present in the beginning of it, increase in the concentration of the Golgi body, mitochondria, centriole, fine. All this happen inside the oogonia, and then as a result, it undergoes the growth phase and form the primary oocyte. So formation of the yolk sac in the egg occurs in the growth phase. Largest cell that is known as or largest egg is of ostrich egg. That smallest cell is mycoplasma. Fine. So ostrich egg is 16 centimeter in length. See, in semen, the number of sperms are in adequate amount, but many of sperms are non-motile, or every sperm is non-motile. That condition is known as necrospermia. Majority of the sperm in the semen has ability to move actively, but number of sperms are adequate, but all the sperms are non-motile. That condition is known as necrospermia. You know that the smallest bird is hummingbird. So when you are talking about the class Aves, so amongst all the birds, smallest egg is present in hummingbird. Fine. So hummingbird egg is the smallest egg in the class bird. The lifespan of human female egg. The lifespan of human female egg, that is 48 hours. So after ovulation, maximum lifespan of the egg is 48 hours. And lifespan of the human male sperm is of 48 to 72 hours. So after releasing of the sperm outside of the male body, the maximum lifespan of the sperm is of 48 to 72 hours. And after ovulation, the ovum is maximum live for 48 hours. So here within 48 hours, more chances of the fertilization. Next onwards, no chance of the fertilization. Formation of the yolk is known as vitellogenesis. One important MCQ related to parthenogenesis asked in NEET exam. If you dip the needle in blood of any other animal and then pierce that needle in the egg of the frog, fine, then the egg lost its fertilization capacity, and now parthenogenetically the egg develops. So for parthenogenesis, you know that parthenogenesis means without a fertilization of the egg, the new animal is formed, known as parthenogenesis process, and that is asexual method. Fine. So if you pierce the needle in the frog egg, it shows the parthenogenesis, the most important thing. So this is about the need of chapter number 3, human reproduction. So I hope you understand this. Thank you very much to all to be with me. Fine.